Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to run you through a few things that make it very difficult playing professional football. I know that, I try to be super positive all the time for you guys, but there are days like yesterday and today where I'm feeling a little down and I'm feeling like, man, this is really tough. I've been away from my family and friends a lot. Not really sure yet, but there is a chance that I will be here down in Australia for 2 years, which means that I won't see my family given COVID and all that stuff for that amount of time. We had a game last night, so gonna do a recovery workout at the gym and then hopefully get into Fremantle and do some cinematography stuff. Hopefully I can show you guys that and then do some journaling and some other stuff today. Let's hop into it. So it is currently about 65 degrees Celsius in here in the sauna. I'm gonna get some stretching in, just did about 1,000 meters in the pool, lots of freestyle and then some backstroke and breaststroke as well. So did about 1,000 meters at about a 2 minute per 100 pace, so really slow, get the blood flowing so that I can do some stretching in here. All right, so reason number one that it's difficult to play professional soccer, especially in a foreign country, is not seeing family. Family is a core value for me. It's something that's always gonna be incredibly important, not only my immediate family, but my chosen family as well, my best friends. And it's always tough not seeing them because obviously you love them, you want to be around them. And even in COVID time, I'm sure it would be much easier just to be around those types of people, even if I couldn't see them in person. But now I don't really have a choice. So it's always tough sometimes to stomach like, hey, I might not see them for another year and a little bit. So that's reason number one why it's really difficult to play in a foreign country. All right, fam, home from the gym now. Gonna get some breakfast in. I got about 8 to 10 ounces of steak and then 3 eggs. Steak was from last night, post-game meal. I love having steak because it's a great protein and tastes delicious, obviously. So gonna get this in. So reason number two why it's difficult to play football abroad is because of the visa situation. So I'm really lucky because as a US citizen, being in Australia is actually not that difficult. And I believe for a lot of other countries, you can be here. Obviously, aside from COVID, I got really lucky. I got in before COVID, but I've now been to 2 different countries, both Denmark and Spain especially, where it was literally impossible for me to stay unless I was sponsored by a team. And I was playing at a high enough level where that could have happened, but the specific club that I was playing for wasn't able to sponsor me for whatever reason. Maybe it was a financial reason, or maybe it was just because they had already got their international players, so we were able to get signed and play with them, but they couldn't sponsor us through the government program or whatever. Needless to say, the visa situation in a lot of countries is usually very difficult. I know for US citizens, Australia, Canada, sometimes England is pretty good, maybe a few others, but for the most part, a lot of countries that aren't English speaking, so Spain, France, Denmark. I've heard some issues in Germany sometimes. A lot of those European countries are fairly difficult to get into and stay in. Obviously, you can go there as a visitor or something for I think 90 days, but outside of that, it's very difficult. So that's reason number 2, visa situation. Onward with food. All right, guys, so reason number 3 that it's difficult to play in a different country is sometimes there's a language barrier. When I was in Spain, obviously I can speak Spanish and I can understand Spanish really well, so that was not much of a problem, but especially in Denmark, where in the locker room they all spoke Danish, it's sometimes difficult to understand what's going on. You feel alienated. You sort of get that alone feeling sometimes when you don't understand what's going on. So I always recommend people do about a month of studying the language of the country that they're going to go to next. It's obviously a great tip for traveling, but it's also really important for soccer, so just so you know what's going on and you can actually communicate with your teammates on the field. That would be number 3 for me, is the language barrier. Okay, so because today is sort of a day in the life video as well, I'm going to go into Frio right now and do some journaling and photography. I got a new camera recently, which I'm super excited about, not the one that you're currently on right now, but in this bag. Super excited for it. Gonna go test some stuff out and get ready because that will be my new vlog camera moving forward. Really excited for that. Let's get after it. I'll show you guys around Frio. Alright fam, so back from Frio and the grocery store, got some fantastic shots for you guys that I hope you enjoyed, a little B-roll action. Okay, so here's an idea of what I get at the grocery store, usually once a week, maybe a little bit more depending on how many veggies and fruit I get. And this is only like a one-time every month purchase, but some plant protein. I'm very allergic to dairy and gluten, if y'all didn't know, so that's the reason for that. Got a loaf of bread, or gluten-free bread, and then smoked salmon. This is probably one of my favorite things on this earth. I only get it every once in a while because it's a little expensive, but sometimes I'm feeling it. Some mushrooms, broccoli, ooh, and what else do we have? Oranges, excellent, lots of vitamin C. Kiwis, which I love, they're delicious down here. And then I got some just steak and chicken. So lots of protein, and then fruits, vegetables, and then obviously sandwich bread just in case I need a quick something on the go. Can throw some smoked salmon in there or some peanut butter, banana, whatever. So that's an idea of what I get at the grocery store. But that gives you guys a good idea of what number 4 is. And number 4 is differing types of food. So if you're used to a certain thing, pre-game, pre-training, whatever, it sometimes is pretty difficult to find the same food in a foreign country. So when you're playing abroad, and Australia is a little bit easy for me just because it's basically like the US as far as what they have for food, but there's a lot of kind of specialty items that I might have to get. Gluten-free bread, vegan protein that you couldn't find in a place like Spain. Denmark sometimes has it depending on where you go, but most of the food that I was living on there was chicken, rice, and vegetables, and then fruit. That's it. A little bit of peanut butter when I could find it for extra fat, but that's basically it. So it totally depends on your situation, but that is another struggle of playing abroad, is getting used to a completely different type of food. That is that. I'm gonna throw this away, get some chicken and vegetables for lunchtime. It is about just before 2 o'clock. Gonna take a quick nap, and then I'm gonna head over to our kids training. So maybe I'll bring you guys along and you guys can say hi to the kids. All right, guys, we're out here at the field with the coaching. I'm gonna show you guys all 3 teams really quick, and they will let you have it. Here we go. All right, there we go. So training is almost over. We only have, say again? Frio. Yeah, Frio. All right, so we only have about 20 more minutes. Get into a game and I'll film a little bit of that, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. Elijah, look at Elijah. How's it going, guys? So I'm here with one of my players, Obi. Obi is #1 left-footed, which is awesome because we got that in common. He's 10 years old and he's in year 5. And what's your preferred position?
Center attacking mid.
Center attacking mid,
like,
the cam?
10, yeah.
Yeah, #10. Why do you like that position?
Because like I used to like forward a lot, and I like staying up front and scoring goals, and I also like just running around, because in forward you don't really run around much.
Totally.
So in midfield, CAM is kind of the perfect position for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you like about playing for Frio?
I like how they're all friendly to me mostly, and yeah, just happy to be in the academy.
Absolutely, absolutely. You want to play here next year?
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. What are your aspirations for football? Where do you want to play?
I like Arsenal is my favorite team at the moment. And I've got an English passport. I mean, like I am British passport.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like I want to become a professional soccer player, and yeah.
Absolutely. You want to play for Arsenal?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Like,
That'd be awesome. Who's your favorite player right now? Aubameyang.
Or like my favorite player in every single team. Like,
give me like your top, your favorite Arsenal player first.
Okay. Aubameyang is my favorite Arsenal player.
Okay, and then top 3 players of all time.
Probably Neymar.
Got his shoes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think these are Ronaldo's.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Neymar, Aubameyang, and the third one would probably be probably Messi.
Messi, yeah, good choice. He's one of my favorites too. Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Oh, so Obi was also. Do you remember what number you were? Subscriber?
Like the 20th.
Yeah, so Obi was one of my first subscribers. He was always super interested in watching the videos, so he's been a fantastic support for me as an up-and-coming YouTuber, and obviously as a soccer player. He's been at several of the games. You've been ball boy at a lot of the home games, which has been awesome. So thanks for everything you do, man. Great to have you.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys soon. All right, guys, so #5 on my list of things that are challenging playing in a different country is learning the lay of the land. I know for a lot of people, being introverted and wanting to focus on soccer, it's really difficult sometimes to go out of your way and to get to know a city. So I live near Fremantle, which is kind of a suburb, like a second city of Perth. It's sort of like in my hometown Seattle. We have Tacoma, which I would say is like kind of it is a larger city than Fremantle, but it's sort of an offshoot of Seattle. You would consider kind of it a whole area. Anyway, but learning a new city is always pretty difficult, and especially when you've got to learn the public transportation system. Maybe it's buses or you take Ubers everywhere. It's just can be very complicated and can be kind of overwhelming at times. But at the end of the day, it's something that you have to do. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, be awesome. Take care.